Hey, this is Mr. Bonesaw, and you are watching CMS TV.
It is your classic metal show right here on the classicmetalshow.com. It is the return of the band Victory with a brand new tune there called Virtual Sin. And that one going out by request to Paul Miles. And just before that, from Milo, we heard a song, which I know you're a big Exodus fan, with Class Dismissed, a hate primer. And interesting story behind that song. I guess some fan basically got arrested for posting the lyrics of that song on his Facebook page. Were you aware of that?
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of a bizarre thing, but that one going out by request to Milo. And we heard something that I've never heard before, T-Cuz Bra down there in Cajun country. Always turning us on to some bands that he listens to. He listens to a lot of music, but this was a band out of Austin, Texas called Dixie Witch with Let It Roll. And what else did we play there? Grim Reaper for Ben Benjamin. See You in Hell. Going out as a long distance dedication to Sal. And we heard Coven there for Demon with Iron Dick.
Iron Dick. Okay.
Yeah. It belongs to Iron Man.
That's right.
Iron Man with the Iron Dick.
The Iron Dick.
Yeah. All right. So did you get all your whatever you had to do over there, get that done?
I did. There's new steps involved because of the world constantly changing, so we have to adapt. I don't know if you're aware of this even or not, but we have changes coming up, technological changes all over the place, which I know is going to make people's heads hurt. But the big change, we have an immediate change, and then we have a coming up not soon, but shortly thing. Coming up immediate, I don't know if you were aware or not, but Rumble was banned in a few countries.
Yeah, I know because of their right-leaning policies, man. Their content creators are hateful, man.
Well, of course, that affects some of our fans.
Sure, of course.
Like Phil Ooze is banned in France.
Well, that's why you got to get a VPN.
Well, but now they're putting, like, in Brazil. If you get caught using a VPN in Brazil, it's an $8,000 fine.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, they're really cracking down on free speech in Brazil.
Yeah.
And we have fans in Brazil, too. So what I did was, Rumble's still our home. And let's be clear about that. I ain't changed from Rumble. I love Rumble. But to make sure everybody gets the show, now what I'm doing on the CMS page on the CMSPN website is I'm doing all of the videos on our local, like the posting of the videos instead of posting the Rumble videos.
Right.
I'm posting from our server.
Okay.
Our direct server, so that the odds of the French government coming after the CMSPN are very unlikely. So, we're a long way down before they get to that. So I started posting those up there so that guys like Phil and our guy Rodrigo that emailed me from Brazil and said that he couldn't see the show anymore, so that they can see the show. But it creates extra steps in between, because now I have to upload it immediately, so that I can put it onto the webpage for the scheduling. It's just that's that thing. And then the other thing, this is a little longer term. You may not like this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it looks like we're going to be getting rid of StreamYard after this current contract is up.
Okay.
They just announced this week an 88% cost raise.
Why is that?
Because they sold to another company company. The original owners sold to another company that immediately went in and said, fuck you. And they raised all the prices on everything.
Oh, right.
88%.
Wow. That almost doubled the cost.
Yeah. So we're okay for now because we just renewed, and we renewed for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're good for now unless they go retro. I can't imagine. I don't even know if legally they could say, well, that only covers 6 months or whatever. But
right.
But needless to say, we are not going to pay. We are not going to pay double what we pay now. We already pay for a premium plan. Double what we pay now would be $1,000 a year. That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you can go to with work, and again, it all starts with the work. You know, I can build something on OBS, and I can build something on OBS, and we can stream to our shit and to Rumble from OBS. But I got to build all these screens, all these fun screens, like, you know, changing from this to this and the backgrounds and all that stuff.
Right.
I got to build that out, and then I got to build a way for you to look at, for you to connect and be able to see me showing videos that will be different than what the audience sees.
Right.
Because it doesn't work quite the same way. So I started that. I started the process of that on yesterday, when I was made aware of this price hike. I started researching, and I started messing around with OBS, and I started installing plugins and making sure what works with Mac versus, that's a whole nother thing, this Mac thing. Not everything works with the Mac, but this Mac is so fucking powerful that I cannot not use it for streaming.
Right.
It, you know, so, and the weird thing is the other shows I can get away with just using like Rumble Studio because they're one-offs. But for me and you, where we do 6 different episodes or 5 different episodes in rapid fire, I got to set it up a certain way. So I'm addressing that again. It's not an immediate thing, but we are going to have to, I think, unless you want to spend that money, but I don't want to spend that money. Not when I can build something else.
I know there's other platforms out there.
Yeah.
You know, that, and again, that's what's great about the what's the word I'm looking for? The competitive culture out there. Somebody's going to come up with a similar thing and try to improve, make it better.
I mean, and there are others out there. There's Emus, and there's Restream, and you know, there's other platforms that are out there that cost the same as the old cost of it. But will they adjust if StreamYard adjusts, or will they watch and see the mass exodus and just scoop up the users? Because I know I must have had 20 people that reached out to me on Friday and were like, dude, where do we go now that we're leaving? They were already at the top end of their price point.
Right.
You know, so they were like, where do we go? And I was like, well, we're going to have to figure that out. But for us, for this show, you know me, I take these kind of things as an opportunity to make the show better. And I will make it better with designing everything the way because while I love StreamYard and it's easy, I don't like the look of some things. I don't especially like the look of what you're looking at right now on the screen. I mean, it looks okay, but it's kind of plain. I'd like to have some cool shit on it, some cooler shit than a light going behind us or whatever that is. But, you know, it is what it is. I take it as a challenge. I am a tech at heart, and I will make it better. It's just, man, what a punch in the dick, huh? I mean, goddamn, dude. Double the price? How do you double your price of anything in one hit? That's really shitty. Don't you think?
Well, unless they were losing money and they're trying to make up for lost revenues or something. Who knows?
But it's a new company.
Yeah.
It's a brand new company that just bought it from the old guys. And from what I read, I was reading about it, they did the same thing with another company that they bought as well.
And how'd that work out?
It worked out terrible. They bought and I was a subscriber to this thing too, and I canceled it. They bought Evernote, which is it's a note-taking program.
Okay.
as like if you're a Microsoft people, anybody that has Microsoft, you might be familiar with OneNote. Think of it as I don't know, like Post-it notes. You know how a lot of people, like in the office or whatever, they'll line the bottom of their monitor with like 50 Post-it notes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, tell them, hey, don't forget to call Bill and do this, and don't forget 12 o'clock tomorrow. You know, they use Post-it notes. Well, there's a digital equivalent of it out there, and that is called, there's OneNote, and there's Evernote. Well, I used to use Evernote. It was a really good program, but and I paid for it, but then they fucking bought it and jacked the price up to twice, and then I was like, fuck that, I'll just use Google Keep, which I get for nothing. You know, I think I get it as part of my business thing, and I use Google Keep now. But
hey metalheads, tired of waiting for new episodes? Crave the real raw classic metal show? For just $4.99 a month, you can become a CMS VIP. You get every episode a full week early, completely uncensored, and 100% commercial free. It's the only place to interact directly with the show, plus you score the Fast Pass, so your song requests get bumped straight to the head of the line on every live version. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now at classicmetalshow.locals.com and become a CMS VIP today.
But, you know, it just, everybody, correct me if I'm wrong, but does it not seem like everybody's broke and everybody's raising their prices at a time when everybody's broke? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, no, Jim, you're wrong on that one. Back to YouTube we go. Absolutely not happening. Absolutely not. I will lose Rumble first. I will go to CMS TV full time first. There's no way are we going to YouTube ever again. Fuck those guys. Even just having the channel that we run the replays of, every episode now gets a flag, either for music content or language.
Yeah, I've never seen so many because all those flags come to the CMS request.
Yeah,
inbox.
Constant.
I'm getting 6 to 10 a day.
Constant.
6 to 10 a day,
and we're not violating any rules. We're not violating. Everything that we're doing is fair use, or. You know, I'm surprised they haven't taken any down in a while. But they're constantly blocking. I mean, you see the mails every day. This has been blocked in 146 countries or whatever. You know, I guess you're not fucking listening there, Barton. I said the replays are posted there, but not live. We won't go there live. And the reason I do it that way is because if we do something that's too hot for YouTube, I just don't post it. That's why. You know, if we do something and I say, 15 times, I know YouTube will flag it. So I don't post it there. I just am like, whatever. You know, and I don't care. I'm never going to go back to streaming live on YouTube again. No way. I don't want to be part of their fucking nonsense. I only post the other stuff there because I know we gain fans. But if you go to our YouTube channel right at this minute, right now, you know what it's streaming for us? A blank thing that says YouTube is the devil, come over to our Rumble page. I do that during the CMS. That's, that's exactly what I put up there. Right. And I don't broadcast the show at all, because fuck YouTube. I hate them. I absolutely hate them. I hate the way that I hate the way they screwed our old channel, and I hate that they're still as popular as they are, but they are. So you got to put your content there if you want to survive, but don't have to put it all. And the other thing I do with the YouTube too is I used to contest everything. Like I used to argue with them all the time about fair use. Now, you've never gone through the process, I'm assuming, Neil.
No.
Now you can just click through and it goes, well, we'll put it up, but we'll cut out that segment. If they, especially with copyright stuff, they'll say, well, we'll just cut it out. So I'm just like, okay, fine, fuck it, cut it out. I don't care, because I don't care what the YouTube experience is. If the YouTube experience is shitty, well, people know that they know why it's cut out. So fuck it, don't care. Just do not care. Fuck YouTube. Fucking. But anyway, the StreamYard thing is a big deal. because we've been using StreamYard for what, 5 years?
Yeah, close to 5 years.
And it works great. I love it. I would hate to have to go back to what we were doing before with the Skype.
Yeah, the Skype. I mean, Skype worked
It
well
worked.
at the time. I mean, but this was before the advancements were made in all the streaming. Because you remember, you couldn't have a video with each other in real time.
Mm-hmm.
There was always a delay or a lag or
Sure.
something like that. But now it's seamless.
Seamless, yeah. Yeah, so we will be moving. I'm not sure what platform yet, but I am diligently working on. I think I figured out how to do the hardest thing is getting it. It's not even getting you and me together in a thing anymore. It's getting so that you can see and hear the video. Like if I play a YouTube video or something. That's actually a big hassle, but I think I have it figured out. I'll be testing it this week a little bit. And I'd say probably, I mean, again, we're paid up for, didn't we just pay that in July or something?
Yeah, I think July.
So we're good for a while. We don't have to give up on StreamYard. But I think what we will probably do is get it all put together. And then maybe me and you'll do some bonus shows or something to test it. Just to test out new screens and new shit. And,
right.
We'll do that. And then once we figure that out, then we'll worry about and see if we can get some of our money back from these money grubbing dicks.
Well, speaking of, since we're on this subject about the whole being censored and Rumble and being, blocked out of certain countries and things, I'd sent you over an email. I don't know if you get these emails from the CEO of Rumble.
Oh, yeah, the Chris Pavlovsky.
Yeah.
I do get those. I think I did watch his little video.
Yeah, he sent out a little note this week about
Dunkin'
people
Donuts
boycotting Rumble as far as not advertising on Rumble because of their free speech, and this just goes to show you that there are companies out there who don't believe in free speech, apparently.
Yeah.
So this Chris Pavlovsky, CEO of Rumble, he has sent out a little note there. He says, "Hi, Rumblers, Dunkin' Donuts."
Hey, I have no tolerance.
Sorry.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Hey.
God damn it.
Should I be like Perry Farrell and come over there and shoulder check you?
Yeah, see, Barton said that you guys need a producer. Well, no shit. We're doing it all ourselves. Fuck off.
Yeah, we've been doing it ourselves from day one.
You need an editor of your posts because they're all shitty, so shut the fuck up.
Anyway, this Chris Pavlovsky, he put out a note this week. Dunkin' Donuts decided they don't want to advertise on Rumble because they say, quote unquote, the right-wing culture of the site is too polarizing.
Mm-hmm.
So he responded with a small video, which Chris will play here in a second. I trashed their coffee. And it's just basically a way of saying, join Rumble Premium, use the code Dunkin to get $10 off your premium subscription, and tell your friends to do the same. Together, we can end this blatant discrimination of corporate America. So again, this all boils down to what we've been talking about for years. Money talks. Money is everything, So I'm going to control you. I'm going to cancel you. I'm going to take away your money. I'm gonna keep you from being able to make a living because I don't like what you do.
Yeah. This just did. Before we played the video, I'm just gonna say I was extremely disappointed in this one.
Oh, really? I didn't see it.
Oh, not the video. The Dunkin' Donuts. I drink Dunkin' coffee a ton.
I can't drink their coffee anymore because they fucked us over.
I'm not going to be a dummy. I'm not going to be one of these guys that's going to take my Dunkin' packs out and burn them or whatever, like this guy's doing, throwing them away, because throwing them away doesn't do anything. You already paid for them.
Yeah, they already got your money.
They got your money, but I'm going to go full time. I've been going back and forth with some other coffees, and I'm going to switch full time to the other coffee, but I have 4 bags of Dunkin' coffee in the other room. And I'm like, God damn it, not Dunkin'. I love their coffee.
Yeah, well,
And coffee's a big part of my life. I ain't gonna lie. I have to have coffee. But what are you gonna do, right? I mean, you can either support what you, how do I put this? You don't want to support somebody that thinks you're a piece of shit as much as you can. And so onward I go to Blackout Coffee, I guess, or back to Ellefson Coffee. I'll probably go back to Ellefson Coffee. But all right, you want to see this video?
yeah, but that might play it real quick.
All right, here we go.
5 seconds long.
Yeah, so here's Chris Pavlovsky, the CEO of Rumble.
Hey, I'm Chris Pavlovsky, CEO of Rumble. We're a public company on the NASDAQ under ticker RUM. Today, I released a damning email from Dunkin' Donuts and Inspired Brands. In that email, they discriminated against half the country by saying they will not advertise on any platform with right-wing culture. So I came home and I went in my drawer and look what I found. Dunkin' Donuts. And I have the honor of taking this little tray and dunking it in the trash. I have no tolerance for Dunkin' Donuts when they're going to discriminate against half of America.
He ain't wrong. He's definitely not wrong.
Better shut that down or it's going to start playing.
Yeah, he killed it. You know. Yeah, it's I hate that this keeps happening, but whatever, you got to do what you got to do.
Well, I'm glad to see that the you know, as much as people can try to take money away from you, well, you can take money away from them because one of the American, what do you want to call traditional American brands, i.e. Harley Davidson, they too reneged on their DEI programs.
Oh, so they lost a shit ton of money too.
Yep,
Huh?
because you're talking bikers here. You're talking blue collar, you know, guys who ride bikes. The blue collar guys who work with their hands, love rock and roll, like guns. They like fucking chicks, you know. And they're just like, fuck you, Harley Davidson, and you're supporting transgender bullshit and your you know, your hiring practices and all your other garbage. We're not buying your bikes anymore. Fuck you. We're going to go to Indian.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they go, you know what? We're going to not do DEI practices anymore. That was a big mistake. John Deere Tractor did the same thing. Nah, we're not doing DEI anymore. We're not doing that. Same thing with Tractor Supply. They did the same thing. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. More and more companies are getting the message that people are not going to spend their money with somebody who goes in with that culture bullshit.
Yeah, I've noticed how quietly the NFL has stopped preaching the bullshit completely now.
Yeah.
In fact, they've gone so far the other way that that like some of the coaches have come straight out and said, you know, we're not like, I think there was like 11 teams that did not celebrate Pride Month or even put a post on their social medias or anything because they're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
You know, people who watch football aren't spray painting their hair blue and calling themselves Zers. You know, but it's I just it sucks that we're in this kind of battle. You know, I just want to drink coffee. You know, I hate that I got to worry about, well, am I funding basically somebody that's trying to take my rights from me?
Right. And again, if these corporations would stay out of this social activism, stop with the social activism, make your product and shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah. Take your money and shut up. I don't care what you believe. You know, I mean, and let's be real honest. Any company, any product in the world, anyone, half the people believe one thing, half the people believe another thing. I've got to imagine in your business, you're a little bit, yours might be different because it is small, but in your business, I got to imagine there are some Kamala Harris people. Not a single one?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, well, then I'm moving to Paradise there to work.
Not that I'm aware of.
Because, I mean, I see it everywhere, man. I mean, honestly, I see more of that than I see it the other way. Honestly, I see a whole lot less Trumpy people in the world today, and it just, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about, well, can I still watch the UFC because they took Bud Light as a sponsor? You know, in my life of watching boxing or whatever, I never gave two fucks whose logo was on the mat of the ring. I don't care. Do you care?
No, we never had to think about it before until they started getting into social activism.
But now it's become that thing. It's like, okay, well, if I'm paying $50 for a UFC pay-per-view, am I supporting fucking Bud Light? Am I supporting their activism bullshit? You know, and it's like, what the fuck? You know, it just sucks. I hate that we're at this place that we're at now. I just hate it.
Well, for the people who actually do take this stuff seriously and won't spend their money with certain things, keep the pressure on, because it does make a difference. And again, I'll go with our good friend Jericho Green. The only color that matters is green.
Yes.
That's it.
He's right about that. And not just because it's his name.
Yeah. It's not black. It's not white. It's not Asian. It's not anything. It's just green. So wherever, follow the money. Wherever the money is not, that's when people start making changes. Like, I didn't make the money.
Well, and that's it. And I think more and more people are leaning that way.
And they should.
They should. I mean, I wish people would adopt some of the stuff that is still considered the fringe. You know, stuff like Public Square. I don't know if you're even aware of Public Square, but Public Square is a app and a website that you can register if you have right-leaning values.
Okay.
If you're not a leftist. And it's almost like a business directory of businesses. And I'll be honest, I have gone on. I use it. I use it when I need stuff because I don't want to. Am I using it full time? No. Am I still giving some leftists some money? Yeah. You know, am I still shopping at Walmart? Yeah, I am. Why? Because they haven't come up with a good alternative that's not going to price me out of fucking having groceries. You know, but I will buy, like I had to buy an HDMI cable last week. And I went to Public Square and I found it through Public Square. And it might have been, I don't know, 50 cents more than what it would have been on Amazon. But I don't want to fucking fund Amazon anymore. Because Jeff Bezos is a fucking lunatic. He's all into this left-leaning fucking horse shit. So I don't want to support that anymore. So you got to do what you got to do, I guess. But
yep. Got to pick your battles.
That's right.
All right. Well, since we are into the sponsored segment of the show, did you want to get into anything in particular?
Take her away, man.
Oh, well, I didn't know if I know you said you wanted to talk about this Dave Grohl thing.
Well, we could do, if you want to do that here, fine. If you want to do that where everybody can hear it.
I mean, again, I don't have, I know obviously this is something that is thought out in your mind.
Sure. We can talk about it. That's fine.
But we can wait till the next segment to talk about that. But, well, here's something that might get us some copyright strikes, so we'll do it here.
Okay.
And it's not anything bad. It's just that the material we'll have to use for this segment will get us booted from, say, YouTube or somewhere.
Okay.
Depending on where you're going to post this.
Hold on. Barden's just looking to fucking get cyber punched tonight. Your brother's a millionaire. Why are you... What
does his brother's income have to do with Chris?
What kind of self-respecting anybody would go to their brother and say, please take care of me. Please pay my bills. Please. What are you, fucking stupid? I'm not exactly broke.
That's a weird thing to say. Your brother is a millionaire. So what does that have to do with me?
So he probably does, and I'll tell you, as a millionaire, he probably shops at Walmart.
Want to watch the classic metal show on your big screen instead of your phone or computer? Now you can with the Rumble app. The Rumble app is available on most smart TVs and streaming devices. Just download the app, open it, and search for Classic Metal Show. You'll instantly get access to all the latest episodes on demand. Plus, catch the entire live broadcast every Saturday night and watch exclusive live-streamed events as they happen. Download the Rumble app today, search for Classic Metal Show, and subscribe now. The Classic Metal Show. Metal. Talk. Streaming live and on demand.
You know, I mean, fucking people buy shit there because it's cheap. That's why you buy things there.
Well, see, I'm on the other side of the spectrum. I don't shop at Walmart.
Yeah, but you have a different reason why.
Because I don't like the clientele.
Because you don't like the clientele.
I don't shop at Walmart.
Right.
I haven't set foot in a Walmart in over a decade.
Yeah, which is great. I haven't either, really. I mean, if you want to get down to that, I have not set my foot in there in forever.
So you know, I just don't like the environment, you know.
Right.
Because unfortunately, and this is no smear on you, but they appeal to the lowest common denominator in our society.
That's me. I am a piece of shit. I know that.
So I do not shop at Walmart.
I acknowledge my shittiness.
Yeah. So anyway, I forwarded you an email.
All right.
That Brian Bauman submitted. He said, here's some video footage I seen on YouTube. I wasn't even aware that this was a thing until last week. Actually, the restaurant that I go to a lot of times on Sundays, Kelsey's Steakhouse. There's a young gal over there by the name of Cole. She's 25 and she loves music, and she's not the typical music fan. She really gets into some weird stuff like Funkadelic, and you know, she's only 25, but she knows about like Grandmaster Flash and Funkadelic and like Bob Dylan, and I mean, she knows a lot of old stuff that's way before her time.
Sure.
Well, I didn't know that this was a tour that's going on, but I guess it's Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp.
Yeah, Mellencamp, yeah.
I wasn't aware that this was a package tour, but she went to see it.
It was just here.
Yeah, well, I know this is footage from that.
Oh, is it from Cleveland? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But I didn't know that they were touring together. And anyway, Willie and Bob sound really rough. Maybe time to call it quits. There's more videos of the show on this guy's YouTube page. So he sent a couple of
I see him.
Bob Dylan and Willie Nelson.
Sure. Who do you want first?
I don't care. I didn't see either one of them. I purposely didn't watch it. But this gal, Cole, she said, yeah, I went to see John Mellencamp and Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan. And I was just like, you did? 25. Okay. Yeah. So she went to the show last Saturday, and I guess the show was in Cleveland this week.
Yeah, it was sometime this week. My friend Jeremy went.
Okay. All right.
He was posting all kinds of videos from it. And he said it was amazing, but he always says things are amazing.
All right.
He's one of those guys that always thinks everything's amazing. He thinks it's amazing because, dude, my friend Jeremy's my old intern from WMMS.
Right.
This guy, how do I say this without being a dick? I don't.
Just be a dick.
I'm just going to be a dick. I've never seen anybody take so much pride in being a cheapskate. Everything he does is like, I don't know what's better, being in the second row of this or getting 2-for-1 from a Groupon and then getting a free seat upgrade. Like, he posts that kind of a post all the time. And I don't disrespect anybody that's using coupon, because why give anybody anything more than you have to?
I agree.
If you've got the time and you've got the patience to do that, more power to you. I wish I did. But I mean, this guy does it on everything.
Yeah, well, he's a skinflint.
Yes.
He takes pride in that.
And that to me, every time I read the post, and I love Jeremy, so I'm not trying to smash him, but
yeah, he's one of the, you know who else was like that? God rest his soul.
who, long-haired Mike?
Long-haired Mike.
Yeah.
Long-haired Mike was down to the penny.
Well, yeah, well, we know the free water.
Yeah, of course. Everything was cheap. Oh, I got this for nothing. Cheap.
Hey, Jeff Pilson, hold on a minute. Free water, woo! Pff, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he loved free stuff or getting away or getting a bargain or a deal.
Yeah.
And it's just like, holy shit, you live in your parents' basement.
Yeah, I don't understand. I understand living the lifestyle. I don't understand bragging that lifestyle.
Right. Well, and here's the ironic thing, or the sad truth, and this is not trashing our friend Mike, because he was a good dude.
He was.
I was really good friends with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he lived in his parents' basement.
Sure.
And he had told me on numerous occasions, and it's weird how fate works out. The reason he still lives there is that when they're gone, the house is his. So there's no sense in living anywhere else, because he's just going to end up moving.
He's going to take the house.
Anyway. But ends up,
he dies.
He ends up dying before his parents do.
Yeah. Wow. That sucks.
Yeah. So, but anyway.
Sucks. All right. Well, let's dig
your
into
friend
this.
Jeremy went to this show. Was this a Blossom or something?
It was at Blossom. Yeah.
Okay.
So he was at this show as well, and he said it was fantastic. Now,
All
your
right.
friend is saying something different?
Well, according to Brian,
Mm-hmm.
who sent this in,
Okay.
he's saying, according to these videos, Dylan and Willie Nelson are a little rough.
All right. Well, we'll see. I'm not shocked about that, but we'll see.
I mean, they're both, 90 years old?
I was going to say, they're both
Isn't
ancient.
Willie Nelson like 90?
Willie's got to be 90.
He's got to be like 90 or 92 or some shit.
Yeah, let's see. Willie Nelson is 91 years young.
Yeah, there you are. And I think Bob Dylan, he's like 86 or some shit.
Dylan is 83 years young.
83. Okay.
He's a young child on this
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Mellencamp's the child. What's he, only about 70?
Yeah, he's 75, I think.
Oh, man, he's an infant.
I think Mellencamp's 75. How old is he?
Who?
Mellencamp.
Oh, I thought you knew. Mellencamp. Mellencamp is 72 years young.
72. Okay, I was close.
Young man there.
Yeah, he's the kid.
Yeah, I'll agree with you, T, cuz I never have dealt with a farmer. I don't know that.
Well, yeah, farmers don't make a lot of money. I mean, they traditionally just hardworking, salt of the earth type people, but
Sure.
they were very careful with their money. And I can talk from personal experience. My grandparents, my father's parents,
Farmers?
were farmers,
Okay.
and they were frugal, but they didn't
Really?
brag about it. They just did what they thought was wise. As
Were
far
they
as
frugal because they didn't know what the next year's harvest or
Correct.
whatever would provide?
yeah,
So they always made sure they had. But when they passed, they're passed away, I'm assuming.
oh yeah, a long time ago.
Okay, I'm gonna imagine that when they passed away, they probably had 6-7 figures in the bank.
They did.
Yeah.
But they had a bunch of land, and they had, I think, close to $1 million in cash.
Yeah. Where me, when I pass away, people will be like, $63, really? Because I'm going to spend it all. All right, let's get back to Bob Dylan. You ready
All
for
right.
some of this? Here's all along the Watchtower. Now, this has got to be good. He's always been so known as a great singer and everything else.
Right.
All right, here we go. All right, is this who taught Vince Neil to sing? Come on.
He's just, he's never been a great vocalist. He's more like a spoken word guy.
These aren't even words.
Yeah.
He's going. Stop it.
Let's get to the chorus. All along the watchtower.
First,
See how he handles that.
Before we get there real quick.
Yeah.
Everyone in this band is like 80.
Yeah.
They're all old.
Well, they're old.
And I get that's fine, I guess. But man, oh man, how in the hell are you? Can you imagine the travel with these 80 and 90-year-olds? I mean, 3 buses full of people,
and they got
between 70 and 90.
Yeah, they got oxygen tanks hooked up at the ready.
Probably do. They probably look like some kind of engine or something on the sides of the bus that feeds oxygen in. Good God. All right, here we go. Is that his hair or a Daniel Boone hat?
He's got a raccoon hat.
It looks like. Doesn't it look like it?
Yeah, it's his hair.
That's not his real hair. Come on.
I'm sure it is.
That's a wig.
Who knows?
I know it ain't the real color.
I know.
The man is 82 years old. He's got less gray than I do. All right, here we go.
This is not our fault. But it's not our fault now. You know we can play. Outside in the distance, no I can't get round. The man is sort of punching out. The wind now.
He got his tongue cut out, right?
Well, the weird thing about this show is if you didn't know that was Bob Dylan up there, what does he bring to the show aside from I'm Bob Dylan?
Nothing.
This is so funny. It's just like, well, because his band, obviously, they're a pretty proficient band. I mean, they sound very solid. But, if you didn't know that was Bob Dylan up there, what does he bring to the show?
Let's be honest here. Let's have our Eddie Trunk moment. This or Tracks?
I'll go with some Tracks.
I'll go with some Tracks. I would absolutely go with Tracks over this. How about Guy Behind the Curtain?
Yeah, why not?
The only problem with that is it doesn't seem like this guy sings like on any cadence.
No.
Seems like he's just throwing words out wherever he wants to.
Well, he's Bob Dylan. That's the genius of Bob Dylan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the Bob Dylan experience, man.
So your friend that went to this, did she have a good time? Did she thought it was
had a great time, but she's 25. So what? It's not like she would know any different.
True. What's his name? Maury?
Yeah, Maury's wigs.
Maury's wigs.
They don't come off.
Even when you jump in the pool. The best part, that's one of the best scenes in the whole fucking movie, by the way, when De Niro starts beating his ass and the wig falls off. And
he's got the phone cord wrapped around his neck.
And what's his name just starts laughing his ass off. Ray Liotta just laughing about the wig. Such a good scene. Who would have thought Ray Liotta dead? Bob De Niro not. How does that work? All right, a little more of this. There's only a little more left of this wonderful performance. Stunning.
Bob Dylan.
It's like lost. He's lost on the stage, doesn't know where he is.
Yeah.
It's like those old Gordon Lightfoot videos we saw at the end where Gordon was just, they were clearly just leading him to the stage and here, go, don't fall off.
Well, let's see some 91-year-old Willie Nelson.
All right, let me get to that one. Watch him be like 10 times better. I'll bet he is. Even at 91, I'll bet he's 10 times better than the Bob Dylan. Want that bet?
We'll see how it works out.
All right, let's see. Here we go. Willie Nelson. Hey, y'all! Doesn't look a day over 80. Man, them people at Blossom losing their mind over this.
I never understand why people who are way, way back away start yelling, "We love you, Willie!
Woo!
We love you!" It's like, can he hear you? Can he hear you up there with his in-ear monitors in? Can he hear you yelling, "We love you, Willie"?
First of all, he's 90. He couldn't hear you if you were standing next to him. Jeez, oh man. Yeah, just listen to, but the crowd noise in this is like, woo!
Yeah, man.
It's like, holy shit, it's Willie Nelson, not I don't know who, but not. I don't think Willie Nelson should generate that kind of emotion, should he?
I guess got some hardcore fans.
Guess so. All right, here we go. Look at that young guy. Was that his grandson? Yeah, we love you. Not gonna lie, he sounds like Willie Nelson.
Heavy metal warriors, are you ready to crank it up? The Classic Metal Show is live every Saturday night, 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., and you can blast it right on your big screen TV. Just download the Rumble app on your smart TV or streaming device. Head to rumble.com/c/CMS. Follow the channel and get ready to headbang from your couch or your bed. Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., catch the daily replay, plus killer interviews on Chris Aiken Presents. No cable, no limits, pure classic metal live whenever we hit the stream. Download Rumble now, subscribe, and never miss a riff again. The Classic Metal Show, louder on Rumble.
He sounds just fine.
Right.
I mean, the other Bob Dylan sounded fucking wretched. This doesn't sound. I mean, I'm not a Willie Nelson fan at all, but
No.
this sounds like what he sounds like, what he did in his 50s or whatever.
Well, if your dad was still alive, he'd be at the show.
Oh, you know he would have been. He'd have been trying to get me to go.
Right, of course.
He'd have been like, you know what? Let's go relive the 70s.
Let's go listen to some real music.
We can go after that fucking hack John Mellencamp. That we don't want any of that from your era. Let's get back to my era. The Willie Nelson music. Oh yeah, he was a big Willie Nelson guy.
I'm sure he was. Truck driver.
Yeah, and he had that same stupid hat too. And I remember it well because he used to wear that hat when he did this thing. I don't know why he did this. But, you know, he wore hats all the time, like from when he was like probably in his 20s or 30s or whatever.
Okay.
So of course he got the hat skullet. You know, where the hair just goes away. But he grew like 3 or 4 hairs all the way that would comb over.
Right.
So he would do the comb over, and then they got so long that he would do the comb over and kind of put his fingers here to hold them and do the pull back. And then he'd put the hat on top of it, right?
Right.
So when he would come in, like after he'd been on a run or something, trucking,
Yeah.
he'd come in, he'd take off his coat, he'd hang it on a chair or whatever, and he'd take off the hat.
Yeah.
You know how those guys, they don't take it off from the front, they take it off on the side.
Right.
He would take it off on the side, and the hair, the 4 long hairs would kind of flop to one side.
Right. Right.
Like a Free Willy whale's fin.
Well, it's just like Kingpin
Ugh.
with
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
He had the same thing, and when he's up there bowling his hair, it's like
Yes. It was just like that. He would come in, and none of us had the balls, including my mom, to say, hey, fix your fucking hair. You know, he would be sitting there eating some spaghetti, and he'd have this fucking Free Willy hair, you know, and it was like, what are you doing, dude? Brush your hair. Cut that shit. Shave it. He never did fully shave it. Even when he passed away, he still had the fucking Greek ring of shame. You know, it wasn't as long and pulled over anymore, but he still kept this bullshit.
sure.
If you started losing your hair on the top, would you keep that or would you just go straight up bald it?
I just go shaved.
I would just go right. As long as my hair is, and I mean, you knew me back then. I used to keep my hair shaved, my
Yeah,
head
you used
shaved
to-
all the time.
Yeah, you used to have the brush cut.
Yeah, I had the Phil Anselmo Aryan Nation look. You know, I really went for it for a while, but then you know, now there's this.
Yeah.
Now there's the other end of that spectrum. The pendulum swing around.
Yeah, you could braid your hair like Willie Nelson does.
Yes, I could now. Every time I run into Stephanie, she always gets into my hair and starts braiding it when we're at the
Hey,
bar. I'm like, what are you
yeah,
doing?
you
Stop
could
it.
Braid your hair like Willie and get a hat.
Yeah, I could. Get one of those nice hats. Big old stupid hat. I still can't believe that when that first summer when I was dating Teresa that I was going to country shows wearing those stupid hats and the boots and everything else. What a fag.
Because she thought your tractor was sexy.
Yes. Kenny Chesney, baby. And I went to that shit. It actually was a fun time. I'd be lying. I'd love to say it was a terrible show, but it was a lot of fun. But still, fucking Cowboy Chris with his dumb hat and his boots and everything. Oh, what
You
a
had to get all in.
dummy. What a dummy. Just for some pussy. What a fucking idiot. Anyway, let's go back to Willie. Here we go. I know Willie's been broke and all, but can't he afford on this tour to get a better microphone than that? What's that, a $30 mic?
Yeah, who knows?
That is a cheap mic.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a nice Sennheiser or something like that.
This guy's mic looks better. This guy right here, look at that mic.
Yeah.
That looks better than what he's rocking.
Well, whatever the production crew, brings with them.
Willie's rocking a microphone that you get a box of 6 for $100. I mean, that's a cheap mic. He's Willie fucking Nelson. Come on, man. Do better.
Come on, man.
Yeah. All right, you want more of this, or do we get the gist?
Yeah, we get the gist.
All right, you want to see if we can find some Mellencamp on
Yeah,
this?
find some Mellencamp. There's one. It looks like Mellencamp does all along the Watchtower, even after Dylan did it.
He does it too?
Yeah, that's according to this. I'll shoot this one over, but go ahead,
yeah.
pull that up. Whatever.
Yeah, there's pink houses. Does he have his umbrella guy with it? Well, no, it's a Blossom. He wouldn't need it.
It's a evening show.
Yeah, it's a Blossom. He's got a big umbrella.
Right.
All right, here we go. Here's John Mellencamp, Little Pink Houses. Ain't that throat cancer taking over me? Jeez.
He is an avid smoker.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can smell the smoke on his microphone. Jesus Christ. He really sounds, I mean, he sounds okay. I'm not trying to say that this is bad. This would be acceptable. But man, oh man, what happened? Well, I know what happened. Smoke.
Yeah. For 40 years, 50 years of smoking.
Ain't that America? You and me, baby. It's like, dude.
But he kind of relishes the fact that his voice is gravelly like that because he's said that it mimics like old blues singers, like.
No, he's wrong.
That's his thoughts.
Well, he's wrong. It doesn't do that at all. What it does is makes it sound like he smokes like nonstop. He sounds bad. I mean, I guess. I mean, if he wanted to go out and play a Muddy Waters set or something, I guess he could.
Well, I'll give him credit. He has stayed committed to that whole stage set with the whole jumpsuit. The theme. He's stayed with this theme on this whole tour.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, it's like, wow, you guys are really dedicated to that whole theme. That old 50s garage mechanic thing.
Maybe it's because he sounds like an old garage mechanic now. Maybe that's why he's using that theme.
Yeah.
I'm a real working man. See, no voice.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's the whole theme of it. It's music for the working man. Yeah, true.
Mimics gravel. That's pretty funny. Oh boy.
But I'll tell you, during that Lonesome Jubilee tour back in 87, 88, that was when he was at his peak.
Well, I saw him on tour and he was great.
Yeah, well, he was at his peak. I mean, I saw him on the Scarecrow tour, the Lonesome Jubilee tour, saw him on the Whenever We Wanted tour. That's where I met him. And then I saw him on the Dance Naked tour and the Cutting Heads tour. I've seen Mellencamp at least a dozen times.
Yeah, well,
but of all the shows that I saw, that Lonesome Jubilee tour, he was at his pinnacle at that point.
Fair enough. I saw him the once. He was good. I certainly wouldn't say he was bad, but I don't know. Now the combination of his politics and that fucking astronomy jealous forehead, I can't go to that. That's a big forehead there. That's a 6 head. Not even a 5er. That's a full 6. All right, you want me to switch to along the watch tower?
Yeah. They do a little comparison there, and then we'll cut it.
All right, let's share that screen all along the watchtower.
Yeah, but again, I wasn't even aware this was a tour this year. But
Would you have gone?
Nah, I'm done with seeing this stuff anymore.
I think I am too.
I saw it when it was good. I just don't want to see. I just don't want to see these guys, these decrepit guys, just
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that they're 80 and 90 years old, still out there performing in front of audiences, but I just don't have any interest in seeing it.
Yeah. I know I'm really battling with myself about going to see the Black Crowes. They're playing at the Rock Casino.
They're playing over here at the Hard Rock Casino, and I'm thinking I'd like to go, and then the other part tells me,
See, that's it. It's not really the Black Crowes. It's the brothers.
Yes.
That's not the Black Crowes. It's just the brothers. But I'm fighting with myself over it. I want to see those songs, but I don't know. I'd like to see it in a small venue like that too, like the Rock Casino.
mm-hmm.
We got to talk about Dave Grohl before I go to bed. Well, since you've been such a cooperative asshole in the chat room, no, we don't. We'll do it about 2:30, just for you. 2:30 Eastern. Fuck off, Barden. Annoying me tonight.
All right, let's play this. Right. Let's take a break.
All right, here we go.
There are many here among us that feel life is but a joke. But you and I, we've been through that, and this is not our fate. So let us stop talking falsely now. The hour's getting late.
That's not very good.
Life is but a joke.
Yeah, that's not very good.
Completely just trash his singing voice.
That's just gone. Oof! Wow. That's what 4 packs a day does.
Mm-hmm. It does. That's true.
Worse than Dylan.
Yeah. Well, let's fast forward and go to the Dylan side here.
This is the intermission act at a local titty bar. They look like angry old lesbians. All right, let's go to the middle here. All right, here's Dylan.
Too much confusion. I can't get going with me. There's a smell in my mind. I'm in for one. I never found the line. I was in your hands.
I hate it for anybody that's just a fan of this song. I get 2 doses of shit. Holy cow. They're both awful.
I mean, they got good bands. Their bands seem to be playing pretty well, but boy, this just, we gotta find a way out of here. Send the Joker to the thief. It's like, again, if you didn't know that was Dylan up there or Mellencamp, would it really make any difference?
No. Does your friend that went to this, does she drink heavily?
No.
No, then I don't know how she could have enjoyed this.
This is a 25-year-old seeing legendary singers.
So is she more like excited that she's seeing these names than actually what she's seeing?
Yes, I would say that would be the case.
Okay. Yeah, this is piss poor.
That's why I have a difficult time even considering going to one of these shows, because I saw most of these people,
in their prime.
And I don't want to see this.
Or you just don't want to, you never wanted to see it. Like, I would have never gone to a Bob Dylan show, would you?
No, not a fan.
I never was a fan. I always thought he sucked. Everybody must get stoned. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Lay across my big brass bed.
I don't hate that song, but that's like the one. What are some other good ones?
Serve somebody. You gotta serve somebody.
Ugh, junk. I never got the appeal to this dude. Now, Mellencamp I did like, but I don't know. Then he started spewing his fucking bullshit. It's just like, shut the fuck up, big head. All right, well, so much for that. Well, if you went and you had a good time, well, congrats, I guess. It must have been fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I say we take a break. We'll come back and maybe talk some Dave Grohl.
I say we wait. I say we make Martin wait.
I said maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Didn't say we would. I said maybe.
That sounds good.
All right. I'll let you pick a tune.
All right. Let me pull up my listy list here. You know what? Since you mentioned Lay Lady Lay, I'm going to request Lay Lady Lay, but not by Dylan.
Is it Ministry?
Ministry. That would be from the Filth Pig release, I believe.
See, even I knew that.
Of course, because you're a big fan of Ministry, I'm sure.
Right. Al Jorgensen.
I'm sure you've been to all of his shows.
Yes, I have.
That was one of the funnest things I ever did on MMS when I had a political battle with him. Me and him yelling at each other about politics. And then he ended up getting us, we had to dump because he kept saying fuck. He kept saying, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. I was going right back at him. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun to actually just argue politics with him. Sure. It was fun.
That's Al Jorgensen. He's a different character for sure.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, here it is. It's Al Jorgensen and Ministry covering the Bob Dylan classic, Lay Lady Lay, Lay Across My Big Brass Bed.